Hi, this is A. Wesley. Dang, tells like a TIS. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I know I haven't been on YouTube in a while. Like I said, life been life. I've been having a lot of personal stuff going on. Then, the weather was bad. Usually for the last 2 months, and I kind of got sick. But anyway, on this week's Celebrity Roundup, I'll be talking about Mano not going on not performing at the Coachella Festival, but how Sabrina Carpenter brought her on stage. I also will be talking about her getting signed up for this movie. I also will be talking about Megan Thee Stallion leaving or splitting up with Clay Thompson. I also will be talking about Will and Jada split up. I also will be talking about Netflix raising their prices and them having to have to pay UK subscribers for overcharging them. Those are just some of the stories that I'll be talking about in this week's Celebrity Roundup. Like I said, here it is. It says, let me um, let me zoom it up a little bit. And this is from the Jasmine brand. It says Netflix price spikes again, plus new rates revealed for every plan as streamer invests heavily in content. Okay, it says your Netflix subscription just got a little more expensive. The the streaming the streaming giant uh, uh the streaming giant adjusted its prices uh is price structure Thursday with all subscribers and raising at least their price to $1 ad supported plans more jumped to from 1999 from 1999 from 1799 to 1999, and meanwhile the premium plans climbed from 26.99 to 24.99. Extra members leave also leave also yeah yeah raise prices on raise prices in January 2025 as the considering deliver increases as necessary to fund the new program. Okay. During its January earnings report, Netflix projected it would spend 20 billion on content in 2026 and forecast revenue between 50.7 billion and 51.7 billion driven by membership groups and ad protected roughly doubling over ad revenue in 2026. Will you be keeping your Netflix? Now, I did see the price increase like they was talking about. I was paying $7.99 with the ad support, and then it went from then with the taxes it was $8.65, but now it went up $1, so it's $8.99. So when I pay the Netflix thing is like $9.99. So it did go up by $1. But but like I said, if it would went up to like 15 or $20, but like they said, if you got the 4K stuff and extra members on your thing, it went from 19.99 to 24 something. I didn't get all the extra extra stuff on my thing like 4K and looking at it like you at the movies and all that kind of stuff. I only got the basic because that's what I could afford. Now on other Netflix news, it said Netflix has been ordered to refund Italian subscribers and lower prices after a court ruled its price hike over the past several years is unlawful. Lawyers say that consumers could be entitled to a refund up to 500 euros, according to Rutgers. Netflix plan to appeal the decision. And a lot of people saying when they heard this, wait a minute, if they gotta pay them, if they gotta pay them Italians, why come they can't pay do United States people for overcharging them and stuff? Because these people are complaining about the same thing that Americans are complaining. So maybe that's why they doing the high increase in the U.S. first, but Netflix do need to cut down some stuff because all the content, the new content they have put up on their channel, I don't watch some of that stuff. I watch some of the foreign international shows if they're like African related. Sometimes I watch the Italian or Russian shows. If they have what you call it the content at the bottom, the writing at the bottom, or either sometimes if they have the voiceovers, I can look at them like that. But other than that, for right now I'm keeping my Netflix, but I don't know about in the future. But anyway, on to the next story. Um, yeah, it says R&B news. False rumors of tour cancellation is not true because the R&B tour, some people want it to be canceled because of the stuff that um that Chile had did with supporting MAGA and Trump and stuff, and then some people say now pick Chile off the tour and just keep just keep the other girl on the show the Tiana, the one with the sickle cell, but then people say that wouldn't be TLC, so I don't know if they're gonna come as TLC or she gonna get another girl or they're gonna be off the show, but they're saying the show has not been canceled. So on to the next story. Okay, right here it says Will Smith says you cannot make another person happy, calling the idea at marriage makes you one, a false romantic concept, adding once you realize that this isn't true, you start to see people's true colors. And I think we're talking about Jada Pinkett Smith. And Jada Pinkett Smith has been saying for years that she had been staying with Will because she loved Will. And then one time she was talking about she stayed with Will because of kids and people looking at your kids are grown, what's that? And so I think after this fiasco at the Oscars in 2020, where he won for King Richard, and then he slapped Chris Rock and stuff like that. And then she came right behind him, and this is what she said. Jada Pinkett Smith said she admits to cheating on Will Smith to protect his ego, claiming she could have taken it to her grave but chose to come clean to protect her family and put her own happiness aside to support him. Say, I am, you are. Oh, it's it's the background. TG Collective, Two Girl Brand. It's it's the background for me. Jada Pinkett Smith says she admits to. Okay, I just read that part. And like I said a few minutes ago, she naturally trying to make like she was protecting Will and this that and the other. I believe Jada Pinkett didn't want to leave Will because her star power had started failing in the last couple of years, and Will had got real popular, and especially when he did the movie King Richard. And so I think she wanted to ride on that stuff. But like I said a few minutes ago, with the fallout with the Chris Rock stuff, and then Chris Rock came behind them and said, well maybe Will should have slapped Jada and stuff like that. So they're in the process of breaking up and getting divorced. They should have done this years ago, but I think time has put a toll on them. And then they said a couple of months ago that Will Smith was overseas filming making a film, and he was also seen out to dinner with some other woman. So I think that's why all of this came out. But anyway, on to the next story. Oh yeah, it says Stormy Wellington built an empire, and now the FCT is coming for her. Um, it says uh, there's a very a few names in the world of network marketing and women's empowerment and carry the kind of weight Coach Stormy Wellington carries. She is not just on a motivational post. She is a woman who crawled out of conditions conditions that would have buried most people and and something undeniable from scratch. But before we get into the FCC complaint that dropped this week, we need to honor the full picture because the story is not black and white as it is complicated and it is layered, and our community deserves the real conversation. I'm not going to read all this. Says Stormy Wellington was born February 21st, 1980 in New York City, and she was raised in Miami and in Florida, Miami, Florida, and her childhood was not the kind that anyone would want. Born out of wedlock, her life was marked by instability, poverty, and abandonment, and Wellington spent years for spent years in foster care. She is in foster care at a young age and working as a stripper at 13 and became a teenage mother by 15. She dropped out of high school in the ninth grade, and there are not details to sensationalize. There, these are the raw conditions that Stormy Wellington started from state, zero net, state, generational wealth, and a system that was designed to tear her, for her to fail, whatever. But anyway, but anyway, they were saying she doing that. They said she's a motivational speaker, and she was telling people that she can help them get get to be a millionaire or a billionaire in less than a week's time or a year time. And I'm looking at now most people they say they had to scrap and do this and had all kind of high side hustle jobs before they became a millionaire. And then some black people that got on the internet and was talking about her. And then Funky Dineva said that he's not trying to discourage nobody, but he was saying anybody in their right mind knows you can't get to be no millionaire, billionaire, no one day or no week. He was saying he didn't want to say anything negative about Stormy. I'm just paraphrasing, but he was saying, "Where's the proof, Stormy? Where's the proof?" and stuff like that. And so she did come out and say a little something about it. Let me see if I can find that right quick. Yeah, it says Stormy Wellington responds after Federal Trade Commission takes action against her. Uh, the Federal Trade Commission has taken action against high-level multi-marketing figure accusing her of misleading people about how much money they could realistically earn. According to the agency, Story promoted false or baseless earning claims to recruit workers and promote false or baseless earnings claiming to recruit workers. In simple terms, the FCC said she sold a dream that didn't always match reality encouraging people to join companies list. Total wasn't the experience for everyone, and some participants struggled to make a profit at all. To resolve this case, A. Stormy agreed to a proposed order that puts structure limits on how she can operate moving forward. She is now banned from making or helping others make misleading claims about potential earnings, including aggregated income or success rates. Speaking with a Fox News, Stormy said the allegations have no significant effect on her career and confirms that the plan to shift her messaging when she said the enjoy users manufactured tools her messaging while she said she's enjoyed users through maintenance tools, which coaching she administered. She's learning through the experience that you can't do what when you've been a woman of my calling, and she offered a warning to the industry to be mindful of what things that you say. You can use yourself into a big trouble. And I'm looking at you the one cause your own self a big trouble and stuff like that. Now the last story that I'm gonna talk about, because this video is very long, I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'll do Celebrity Roundup 2 tomorrow, and I'll talk about Megan Thee Stallion and the rest of the stuff. That's all I have for this video. This is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells like a T.I. is. I am out.